Well, hello there, friendly people. I need to make sure my phone is recording, so it is. I hope you like my industrialized style backdrop here, background. Um, I don't have anything set up yet to record, so like a place to record, and I don't use a script. At least not yet. Um, so I have thoughts on the Sound of Freedom movie. Um, I have seen it twice. I went on July 4th, Independence Day. I went with my husband and one daughter and one son. Because my youngest is 6 and I didn't want her to go. She's too young. And my oldest is currently serving a Christian mission overseas in Leeds, England. So anyway, so I was already familiar with an organization or company, or it's like a nonprofit, I think, called Operation Underground Railroad. Because I think it was founded in Utah, here in Utah where I live, and I like what they do. They raise money and awareness to fight child trafficking. And because child trafficking can involve just all sorts of different kinds of things. You know, it's not just child sex trafficking, it's harvesting, it's selling them for slave labor. I mean, that's just the facts. What is kind of annoying and frustrating and disheartening, really, it's just so disappointing that some people choose not to believe that this is legitimate, that it is an actual issue. They have footage of this stuff going on, and they have real life stories, and they have evidence, like hard evidence of this going on, and that it is the fastest growing international crime in the world, and it's also moving up in the highest money, profited from, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate because it will attract people who are evil to want to profit from that. And whether we like it or not, many of our leaders, many high officials or high positioned people, CEOs of companies, you name it, lawyers, people are involved in this crap. Because our country, the USA, is the highest, producing of child porn crap, and it also is where more and more children are being trafficked to, just to produce this garbage, this evil, nasty, disgusting, slimy black garbage. Meaning not black, meaning dark, hidden. Although it's not that hidden anymore, because more and more people are aware of it, which is a good thing that we are becoming more aware. I am, also disappointed that there are people who choose not to even address it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't look at any of the interviews. They don't look up Angel Studios, which is the company that basically owns rights to it and got it in theaters. They don't look at who the hero is, the main hero who started all of it, Tim Ballard, Special Agent Tim Ballard. Now, not Special Agent anymore, but he was. I still consider him that. They don't care to look up who Jim Caviezel is, who played his part in the movie. and they don't care about the stats, and they like to argue about them. And, you know, whether the stats are enormous or small, the fact is it is happening, and to ignore it is just, it is so ignorant and is so selfish and so just hard-hearted. I don't, heart-hardened, I said that backwards, heart-hardened. I don't understand. Why do you guys not want to become educated about this? Why don't you want to bring more awareness and attention to this? You know, there's like two different kinds. People that are scared, and the ones that are the perps, or who are supporting it. The people who are afraid and would rather stick their heads in the sand and claim, oh, it's not that bad, or I have nothing to do with it, or even, oh, I have PTSD. I'm sorry, but that is just feigning ignorance, and it's not going to get you out of being held accountable for it, because we all will. What part did we play in trying to fight this and combat it? It is a war, and it's our responsibility to fight that war. That's our calling, like, especially, you know, especially parents should care a little more, because what if those were your children? And yes, all kinds of races of children are stolen and abused to the most extreme way even humanly possible to imagine. Okay, I don't know why my light went off and I just showed something ugly. Okay, my light went off. I don't know what's wrong with it. So sorry if it's like too dark now. So, when we are feigning ignorance, that's not going to save us. That's not going to take away the responsibility that we have in, you know, bringing this to light, in donating money to help pay for those people who have to go on rescue missions, and for housing for the rescued children, and even enslaved adults that are freed, and for their recovery. I mean, it's not free. It costs lots of money to do this work. And we don't have to donate a whole lot of money. And if we don't have any to give at all, I mean, share the videos. Share them with your family. Share them with your friends, with your neighbors, your co-workers, people you meet in a parking lot or in a line you're waiting in. Expose this to people. We can't let it just stay in the darkness, because that makes it easier for the bad guys. That makes it easy for them. They can get away with it easier. It's easier to just deny it. It just really is. And the thing about PTSD is, oh my gosh, light's back on, that's weird. Okay, so the thing about PTSD is I have it, and I can have it pretty freaking bad when something happens, and I don't know when it's going to get triggered. That word, some people hate it. I can't control that. That I have no control over what is going to trigger me or freak me out. So I went into this movie preparing my mind and emotions and all of that, and brought tissue with me. And I was like, okay, this is probably going to be a hard movie to watch. And it was, because of the subject matter. You know, there weren't any bad scenes. There wasn't anything in there that a kid like 10 to 12 and older can't see. Which means it's okay for all of us adults who have PTSD. I'll just say it straight. It's time to put our personal fears and, oh, I gotta take care of myself first type of thing, type of attitude. We need to put that aside. It is so self-centered. The only way to move past like PTSD and fears and stuff like that is to actually face the problem. And this is one way to face the problem, especially when it comes with like a sexual PTSD past, or even just, you know, physical abuse or attack or kidnapping or whatever it is you've been through. This is a good way to face it and to deal with it and to help yourself heal. Feel like you're doing something good. Like if you have to think about it, that you're getting them back, then think of it that way, I guess. Or if you just care that no other children have to go through this, even the one. I believe that we all can play a huge part in helping families that have been victims to this, and helping prevent millions of more. But we have to do our part. Whatever you can to expose people to this, whatever you can to teach people about it. Learn all the stats yourself. Keep up to date with it. Donate. Share the movie. Buy tickets for people. Whatever it takes. We have to do this. Because God's children are not for sale.